Hey, welcome back to the Gym Business Coach Podcast. I'm your host, Tim Lyons, joined in studio, as always, by Randy Engson. What's up, man?
Morning. Here we go.
Lang. Yeah, we are back in the saddle, right back to it. Got some big things happening. Wow. Rock and roll. Let's talk about this this shiny ball syndrome that seems to be affecting so many gyms and why. So, shiny ball syndrome is the syndrome where gym owners, business owners, but let's just call it gym owners, see a profit center, see an offer, see a thing that they can make quick money, irrespective of whether or not it'll break their systems, if they believe in it, if there's ethics involved or not, and they gravitate towards that thing as the solution to fix all their problems. I can grab 20 grand, 30 grand, 50 extra $1,000 in this next month or two by doing this thing, this shiny ball, this distraction to the main thing that they do, just to cover the bills. And it's a huge problem in this industry as well as other industries. One of the main problems that I see is it's a Band-Aid solution. Typically, it's whether or not it aligns with your values. There could be some that do and some that don't. But it is a short-term solution for a long-term problem. And therein lies the issue.
Yeah.
In our industry, fitness, gyms, personal training, typically it's done on a subscription basis. And most other industries beg and plead and scratch and claw to get their business to align with a recurring revenue model that is already, out of the box is what fitness does already. And a lot of times gyms throw away that huge advantage by doing stupid things. If we're being honest, doing stupid things like selling training packages where it's 10 sessions.
Session-based, yeah.
Or it's a 6-month, 10-month, 12-month paid in full. Or it's a 3-month membership where it's like, hey, you may be 3 individual payments, but it ends at 3 months because that's all we could get you to sign on the dotted line for. Versus a gym that is grounded in building their recurring revenue, whether or not that's an annual term or a month-to-month or even a week-to-week term. It's a recurring. There is no end date, I guess. It's just a building up their monthly recurring revenue. You hear this term MRR quite a bit, and we talk about it like every single day. But basically, it's the thing when you get it to a point where it just covers at minimum covers your base operating expenses, and we'll define base operating expenses as what it takes to run your business every single month. Call it utilities, rent, payroll, marketing, all of the things that go into the day-to-day OpEx account. And your recurring revenue gets to a point where it exceeds it. So let's just say it costs you 30 grand in base operating expenses, and now you're at 30 grand recurring revenue. When you get to that point, the shiny objects kind of just go away.
Yeah.
You're not grasping for things to Band-Aid the problem, which is, hey, I'm not making enough money on my basic membership stuff. Therefore, I need to go find these other bolt-on solutions to get me to the next month. And that's the problem.
Yeah, we see it a lot with, the offers from agencies to gym owners, bolt this trial on or use our offer, use our hook, do this thing, even though, like you said, it might not be in alignment with what the business does, the gym owner does or believes. High ticket front end offers, challenge-based mentality. Hell, we just had the conversation around peptides and that is a income source or a profit center for a gym, whether, bringing in somebody else as a third party to facilitate it.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things, I guess all of those things kind of distract you from the main thing. You're taking your eye off of the monthly recurring revenue, the training revenue. And if you just focus on building that monthly client base that's on recurring revenue, all of those shiny balls, they kind of start to tarnish. You know what I mean? You're not drawn to them. Let's use the example that we saw this weekend, right? We had our $1 million model. We had 17 or so gym owners in the room. We were talking about, you presented on kind of one of the traps is the shiny balls in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
And it was interesting. One of the gym owners in the room who he has the most profitable gym of any of the guests, said right away, he's like, I'm not enticed by any of those things. And he said it really interesting. He goes, because I don't need that money.
Yeah.
And if all of us, if everyone else in the room was to weigh themselves against the success of his business versus theirs, that's a big tell, right? When you're in a place of desperation, when you're feeling like I need to do something to get those bills paid today type of thing, you're going to grasp at straws. You're going to find yourself, really enticed by a lot of those things.
Mm-hmm.
But then you look at a business like, this gentleman's, and just hear him say, like, none of that is even interesting to him.
Yeah.
It really drives that point home that when you have all of your expenses covered, when you have a consistent monthly recurring revenue, you don't need to be grasping at straws.
Yeah. It's boring. The grind to get to that point is super boring because it's not big cash influxes. It's $2,000 more this month than last month, $4,000 more this month than the 2 months ago, $6,000, $8,000, $10,000, $12,000. That's a grind. And when you're broke or your cash is low, your reserves are low, you start to get a little desperate.
Yeah.
I've been there. I understand, but it took a lot of discipline to do this. And yeah, I probably tried just as many shiny balls along the way as anybody else, but every single one has gone away to this point where it's just our semi-private training. We have one product, and it serves this $1 million gym that we own, operate. It runs like a machine. And stress goes away. And so, like, yeah, I get looking at the income and looking at your expenses and freaking out. And I guess the thing I would say, because look, not everybody's immune to just trying something. Just make sure it aligns with two things. One, your ethics, and two, your systems. If you have to break your systems to deliver a product, it's going to hurt the business more in the long run than, just not doing it at all, because you're going to lose other recurring revenue that you're building up because you're focused on this other thing. So that's one thing I would warn. And the ethics, don't sell your soul to make a buck. Like, it just doesn't matter. So whatever that thing is that you don't believe in, as soon as you say you don't really believe in it, then just don't do it. Right. And there you go. I mean, that's the two things. But like, look, guys, I understand X plus Y equals Z, and we need to make sure that those two numbers cover your base operating expenses. And if it means you got to do one thing here or there, be careful. Be careful. And if you can, layer it right into your normal delivery systems. Don't, take the money. Don't burn recurring revenue. Don't do a paid in full thing to your current members to where your recurring revenue gets cannibalized.
At a discount.
At a discount, that'll be the worst. Because at the end of the day, you're starting behind the starting line. You're starting 10 yards behind it. So like, you got to get to the starting line and then you start the race, in the long run. So just, at the end of the day, I understand where you're, everything with the stresses, and you got payroll and the rent's coming up, and what do you do? So I would just give you those two fair warnings. But if you have the discipline and you got at least some cash reserves to float you are 10 times better just sticking to the plan, growing that delta, tracking the delta, growing your recurring revenue, and just do that slow grind, guys. I don't know what else to say. I mean, that's where we're at. We don't look at shiny objects anymore. We stay on our path, and that's about it. It's boring, but it's successful and it's profitable.
It is a little bit of the longer play, but the one thing that you said it earlier, right? We squander the MRR for the cash grabs. But that cash grab is never going to get you out of the hole. The only thing that's ever going to change, like, you have to make a change, and it's to get the MRR up to a certain point. And it's like one of those, difficult but inevitable situations. When you focus on that, and it could be 6 months, it could be, maybe it's 8, maybe it's a year. But the benefit of monthly recurring revenue, and when it's in alignment with a program that has retention, like we talk about, clients on average stay 36 months here.
Yeah.
that gives you a heck of a lot of a runway.
Yes.
And then it's almost that penny doubled every day type, or, I guess it'd be every month in this situation, right? That client that joins this month that you get that first month's due with is in the business next month. You add somebody to the business next month, and it's that stacking of recurring revenue. That is how we dig gyms out of the hole once and for all. And that's the thing is unless you make that your ethos, your mission, you're always going to be in this cyclical buying cycle where, whatever that shiny ball is, work today, this month, and then next month you're, again, like you said, behind the 8 ball, having to grasp at something else to hope to be able to cover the bills. And that to me, I don't care how unsexy systems are in the long haul. It's a hell of a lot easier to sleep at night when your bills are paid.
Yeah. One last thing I'll add, like Zach mentioned it in the talks over the weekend. It was building a brand versus hitching your wagon to another horse. Like the example right now is High Rocks, right? Like High Rocks isn't your company.
Yep.
You're using it as a method for it's an attraction method. And do you believe in High Rocks? I don't know. I don't even know what it is. I don't look that far. I know it's a lot of running, so probably don't believe it if we're being honest. But gyms will just throw it on their website. We do High Rocks training, Spartan races. Like,
you change your whole identity.
Where's Spartan races now? Like, where are they around anymore?
Are people seeking out gyms so that they're, their Spartan races are
the next flavor of the month? Next year you're going to be doing something else. So like, it's a hell of a lot better feeling that you just block out all those shiny objects that come. They come all the time.
Oh yeah,
they will be there next month, and next year there's going to be something new. So just be aware, and hopefully be smart about things. But anyways, rant over. But it's that's the truth, though. That's the truth. I see gyms bouncing from thing to thing, offer to offer. And not to mention gyms, but like if we really want to go deep into it, you start seeing people jumping from thing to thing. Like they're a AI guru or a crypto guru or a peptide guy now. Like you just look around. They're rebranding themselves.
Yeah.
You see, I'm sure there's a lot of them.
Who we're talking about, yeah.
Wait, I thought you were the stock guy. Now you're the crypto guy? But wait a minute, you're an AI guy now. Is that what we're talking? No, you're a precious metal. You're a Forex trader. You're a peptide guru.
They'll end up as a real estate agent someday. Someday
they'll all end up as real estate agents. Interesting concept. I don't know. It's just, who are you?
Yeah.
What does your gym stand for? What do you offer? What is your thing? What is your main thing? Grow that recurring revenue, and none of this other stuff will ever matter. So, anyways, back to regular scheduled programming. Hopefully that helps you guys. Just a little rant, little chat here about that, because we're seeing it popping up over and over. That's it for this episode, guys. Until next time, keep changing lives. We'll see you in the next show. Bye. All right. Thanks for listening to another episode of the Built to Grow podcast. If you want more help growing your business, join our free Facebook group, Profit Accelerator, helping training gyms grow to $30,000 a month and beyond. We'd love to see you there. Go check out the show notes for the link and keep building something great. And we'll see you in the next episode.